Hey everyone, Kate and Fiona Pearman joining you for this week's Facebook Live, where we're rounding out the conversation we've been having this month around self-advocacy. And today we really want to talk to leaders of women in organisations, in businesses, and talk about how you can support women to really step up and advocate for themselves and their career goals.
I think the first piece here is there's some good coaching to be done. There's some good ways in which you can support them to start to see and realise the value they're bringing. And often this is just about asking good questions. Sometimes people are working really hard, they're doing good work, but they're unaware of the way in which they're contributing, and they're unaware about how to express that and to define that value proposition. They're usually quite unclear. So the better questions you ask, debriefing them after they've been part of a project or they've submitted a report or they've done something, helping them really see that the places they excelled, what they did that was useful and valuable, and also potentially where they can improve. But that piece about allowing them to own and to really hold within them the value they bring and their contribution is incredibly powerful in terms of them being able to then self-advocate.
Yeah, I think we can't underestimate how important this piece is, probably the largest piece, and the opportunity that's available to help them get clear about what they want, to help them get clear about their value proposition. We know through our work in the Acts of Confidence program that once we have clarity, once we can articulate our value, Act of Confidence number 2, articulate and share our value, then we're far more confident, we've got far more certainty around taking the actions. In our experience, it's I don't know what I want, I can't articulate my value, and so when the opportunities present themselves, I'm likely to stay quiet, I'm likely to contract, I'm likely to tell myself not now, another opportunity, when I do have more certainty, when I do have more clarity. So this is a really critical piece because we're overcoming the roadblocks that often stop women from really stepping up and advocating for themselves.
Yeah, I think that, the next piece is for you as a leader is look for the opportunities. Where are the places, where are the situations, where are the dynamics where your team members, where the women who work with you could actually speak up, where they could talk a bit more about what it is they do. And often this is but doing a bit of preparation, helping them before the meeting, figure out what they could add to the conversation, prepping some bullet points, thinking about some questions they could ask, helping them to be able to again share that knowledge and expertise in a way that's relevant and actually adds to the conversation. I think there's lots of ways in which leaders can enhance and find ways to showcase some of the great work that their team members are doing. Not to necessarily do it on their behalf, but invite them into the conversation so they can start talking into it.
Yeah, I like to think about this as just giving them a helping hand. This very much starts to cross over with the concept and conversations around sponsorship, but just being able to kind of spotlight those opportunities. Again, what we're doing here is we're helping them identify where is safe space, giving them certainty around it's okay for me to do this. In fact, it's important that I do this. It's expected that I do this, and why, which is a really important connection piece, why it's important that they do this. So starting to really, again, kind of signpost the pathway is really, really powerful and helpful in terms of eventually building the skill for them to recognise these opportunities on their own, to be able to take the initiative and to take action on those opportunities as they present themselves. And I think the final one is role modelling this, right? Role modelling this for yourself and your career, for them to see you doing this, showcasing your achievements, showcasing the team's achievements, doing this and connecting that with your career goals and aspirations. Because when they see you doing this, again, it's another way with which we're layering in the messaging that actually this is important, this is okay and safe to do, and that actually you doing it makes it okay for them to do it as well.
Yeah, I think there's a really powerful piece here around the use of storytelling. People are often worried and concerned about the consequences of things, and they've made up ideas in their heads, and they've got assumptions that something will go wrong. And so when you share your story, when you explain to them, potentially you share some of the challenges that you had overcoming being willing to self-advocate, and then you share the success and the things that opened up and the doorways and opportunities are available to you once you learn how to do this very valuable skill. That then inspires them and encourages them to do that too. And so the more that you can overtly share what your journey is, the more likely they are to take steps themselves.
We're going to leave it there. Lots to dig into on this conversation. If you want to go back and look at our earlier videos on why it's important to self-advocate and also how to for individuals, you'll find them on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. And of course, if you'd like to explore more about what the Acts of Confidence program can do for your female talent, women across your organisation, then visit our website, coreconfidence.com.au.